So let's talk about the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves sequel. So it has some very challenging obstacles it has to get over. And recently, Brandon Sanderson was interviewed, and they said, "Hey, why haven't you allowed a movie or a television show, a movie or a streamed show about Stormlight Archives or Mistborn?" Now, the reality, and he gave a great answer, and I'm going to go over that answer because every single problem he talks about for Stormlight Archives and Mistborn is 100% accurate to Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves sequel. We're going to have to overcome these obstacles. What's interesting is Brandon Sanderson doesn't need to try because he's an eight-figure millionaire. And so he doesn't need to move things forward. On the Dungeons and Dragons side, we need to move the ball forward with Dungeons and Dragons on this specific issue, right? So let's talk about it. What is the issue? So Brandon Sanderson just said it. He said neither the big screen or the small screen is ready to do good epic fantasy or even low fantasy. There are zero good examples, and there are a ton of bad examples. Let's walk them through. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Oh my gosh. I have watched both seasons. It is, I will watch every season of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and I'm glad it exists, but it is like being ground over glass. And I think this is important. Sanderson is wrong to not make a movie or a show. It would be better to make a bad one than none. But he is right that it is extremely hard to do it right. Wheel of Time. Oh my gosh, watched all of season one. Could not get through season two. Couldn't even get past episode three of season two. Shadow and Bone. Watched all of season one. Didn't bother with season two. Just junk. Like just not moving the ball forward. Focused on things that only Hollywood cares about. Just and that's the other thing is a lot of these projects are like, oh well, we slapped a fantasy label on it, but it's just going to be us giving you the holy sermon of Hollywood. All the things that are important to us. Environmentalism is important. Like in the middle of a fantasy show. Yes, or like one gender is better than another gender. This gender sucks. This gender is great. Like come on, man. And then Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a banger until the end. And they're like, hey, here's an ending that absolutely no one will like. And also, the guy who should have wrote the ending, he's busy. And then Witcher. Witcher's has just been a complete dumpster fire. So Brandon Sanderson is right. We have to overcome these. We have to do epic fantasy well.